user dot user pg repository, and also maybe a SQL mock. And this one I'll just try to add it the dependency from Datadog, which is preferred way of mocking SQL related test cases. So I'm just going to add in github.com Datadog go SQL mock. Okay, yeah, okay, this is a small typo. It is yeah, it's added. Now I can just import that. Yep, SQL mock dot SQL mock, and then this error. Now let's try to close this, and the standard. So let's try to get this using SQL mock dot new function, and here I'm just going to pass in query matcher option, and then query matcher equal. This is standard, you can just refer to its docs, and try to close this db. And here we need SQLX db, which I can try to open, and maybe you can just give whatever the name that you want, just keep it the same as a SQL mock. And this SQLX, I just need to add this dependency. Yep. Did where SQLX? Yeah. Okay, it's the connect, so I'm just going to change that. What functions we have? Yeah, new db, and pass in here this SQL mock. Okay, and I'm just going to defer this closing, and then user pg repository. Let's try to get by passing in this, and I'm just going to return this. Yeah, and yeah, here I can just return this error, so that there will be no issue error there. Now that we have this, and quickly I'm just going to or maybe write this case first for create, like we normally did. Test user repository create. Yep. And here, yeah, I'm just going to remove this thing. So db mock, we can just reuse above one, or you can just write new thing, so you can just up to you. So I'm just writing it here again, and same SQLX, try to close this one. Okay, and user pc repository. Yep. And now the columns, I'm just going to yeah, it's going to be user id, first name, email, password, and these are the columns that we want. And this user unique id, I can just use UUID package, and then we need to have this user model. So let's name this as mock user, and this one models dot user, and I need to pass in user ID. And yeah, I can just maybe pass in these things. Okay, and role, maybe let's say admin. we have first name, last name, email, role, and I need to pass in this password. Yeah, I'm just going to, okay, we already have it. Okay, fine, that's fine. This is mock user, and now this rows, just use SQL mock dot new rows and pass in here this columns, and I'm just going to add in new first name, last name, role, avatar, and here for created at and updated at, we can just pass in this time dot now, and there should not be any issue. So we have this rows to be added, and now this mock dot expect query. So the query we have is create user query, which we just created, and with hogs I'm just going to pass in our mock user details which we have written. Okay, yeah, we'll return this rows, the thing which we just created above, and now here let's try to check that user pg repository, and then passing in mock user and require dot no error, and I'm just going to, yeah, we can just now run this to test. So I'm running this. Okay, there is an issue. Okay, it's the time I'm not, it's because it's all default generator. So you can see now it is successful. So you can write in this way the test cases, and also maybe add whatever the checks that you want. So this is for creating, and same way let me just add in for find by email, okay, which we have it here. Yeah, same way I'm just going to add this thing. So columns pretty much the same, and yeah, add row, and here find by email query. Yep. We can just check emails and ignore the other things. Okay, yeah, I can just run this now. Yeah, this is also successful. It's just the simple way to write a test cases. So find by email is done, and then if I just write find by id, then we should be good. So I think this is going to be quick as well. Yeah, I'm just going to test id1. So this all, it's all, maybe you can use a reusable function, and then this alone you can do whatever the checks you want. So I'm just trying to check the id. So here we go. So the id is here. So like this, if you just add test cases for each of the layer, the test coverage for overall for your code base, it will be high, and that's what there'll be certain criteria to meet in our specific project, whatever you're developing, maybe 70%, 80%, and good to have, so that you will know the things will not break whenever you try to push or add in new things. So this is a simple test cases for our pg repository in the user module. Similar way, I'm just going to write quickly for our session. Maybe, okay, maybe I'm just going to, I think that's fine. Yeah, maybe I'm just going to stop it here. So you can write similar way. I just covered a Redis repository layer and pg repository layer, and now that you have it like this, you can go ahead and write test cases for your use case layer as well, and so that that is the ultimate the top layer that is being consumed in our handlers service, and then it'll be completely covered. Hope I did convey some of the good practices of writing golang code of a simple microservice, though I've not covered much of test cases at the end, and then Grafana also I did not cover. But I think this the intention was to just give you a brief idea of how to write a decent golang code. Okay, now that we are done with simple auth microservice, next I want to cover a simple email microservice. I can either create a separate project from this, um, or include in the same project. So I'm going with adding the code in the same project because there'll be repetitive initial configurations, adding database integration, tracing, and other stuff, which we already covered in this thing. So the intention is to just how can we asynchronously send emails using RabbitMQ along with the gRPC delivery as well. So I'll try to add it in this, and then whatever the code is related to auth or server, so wherever it's not needed, we'll try to comment it or keep it as we keep developing this. Okay, in the internal, like we have the user module. I'm just going to maybe I'll rename the project to simple auth microservices to like golang microservices, whatever it is. Now we have a user module. Similar way, I'm just going to create a new module called email. So yeah, and in that, let's try to as usual create a simple placeholder first for email repository and email use case. So I'm just going to create here email use case .go, and this package, yeah, let's name this as email. And here I'm just going to add in a simple placeholder interface with one function. Later we'll see what all needs to be added. So email use case interface, yeah, for time being I'll just keep it as simple, maybe add one function called send email, and here we'll have this context passed. Along with that I wanted to pass in the delivery which is RabbitMQ's mqp.delivery. For that we need to add the dependency. So let's go to the terminal, and I'm just going to add in github.com straightway mqp. Okay, you can just Google this to learn more about this package. Okay, so going back to editor, and I'm just adding in here this delivery which is going to be, yeah, and I'm just going to import this. So this is a simple definition interface for email use case. Same way I'm just going to create for email repository. Yeah, here again let's make this as email, and this should be straightforward. Yeah, email repository interface, and here let's just have maybe email as the, yeah, input, and we return string and error. So that's the email repository and use case. And let's try to create actual implementation of use case first, maybe just a placeholder as well. So email use case, okay, so this one I'm just going to email use case. So type in this struct we need emails repo. So this one I can just import this one from which we just created, and the logger which we already have, and then we just need to create the constructor. Yeah, emails repo on logger, and I'm just going to return here the email use case pointer, the struct that we have, and now I just need to implement this. Yeah, let's try to maybe add here bytes reader, bytes.new reader delivery.body, whatever we get, and in that let's try to get the bytes using io util dot read all, and here we just this is just the way to read whatever we receive body, and just I'm going to log for time being. We'll just trying to get the skeleton, the things that we want, and here I can just try to log in here. Yeah, sending email, and here we can just return null. Okay, this is a simple email use case that I just created, and also we need a RabbitMQ setup. So first thing, we need to add in the configuration the struct related to RabbitMQ. So going to this, here let me just try to add in RabbitMQ config, and here we need a few things. So first thing is the host, host, port, user, and then password. And I'm just going to remove this. Password is needed, then the exchange name. Yeah, maybe this again going to be string. Then the queue that we wanted to bind to that exchange, then the routing key, and maybe a consumer tag which is going to be a string, then the worker pool size. Yeah, I think for time for now this should do. So going to our Docker or local, so we just try to add the standard values. So going here, RabbitMQ guest, and here exchange, maybe emails exchange,